You're asking me how to stop problem gambling. You're asking me how to put an end to that beast, to that nightmare. And once again, this applies towards any other addiction that you are willing to work towards, my friend. Santos Jr. here, soldier of self-mastery, self-empowerment life coach, at your service. When this video is over with, if you want to connect, if you feel a strong connection with me, if you need an accountability person, if you need somebody to brainstorm with, if you need somebody that you want to listen to your situation, I'm offering you a free 30-minute consultation to see if we're a good fit for one another. My link will be below this video. Let's get into this. We're gonna probably do this again in parts. You know, as we grow, as we become better, as we grow and as we become better, we learn more. We will can't have the mindset that you think that you already know it all, because if you're there, if you think that you already know it all, you are heading down the wrong path very quickly. So my board is full of, what do I have? 6 items on this board today. And number 1, grace. Number 2, desire. Number 3, decide. Number 5, right. Number 6, tools. What are you after, my friend? Honestly, let's talk a little bit about, but what are you after? Let me focus on that for a few minutes. Have you written it down? Do you have it on a piece of paper or a little card? Do you have it recorded in your digital device? What it is that you truly want? What your goals are? What kind of a result you are looking for? My friend, if you don't have it written down, you're missing out on a big part of your plan of transformation. Now, let me say that, what is it that I want to share first of all here? First of all, let me just write. What I want to share before I get started is addictions. And let's talk a little bit about addictions and habits. Where do addictions and habits come from? How are they formulated in our lives? Why do they become our lifestyle? What does it become a habit, an everyday habit? Why? Well, we know through inner and outer input, okay? As we grow, as we come into this world, our human nature is sinful already off the bat. But as we come into this world, we adapt, we inherit, right? All the way from being born, we pick up sounds, we pick up sights, we pick up smells, we pick up experiences. All of that is input. It's going into our mind. It's developing paradigms, belief systems that will eventually become habits, which will eventually become our lifestyle. Another thing from outer input, from inner input, we also develop from our own thinking. As we grow older, we begin to develop more addictions. And sadly, most of them are negative addictions. How do we override? How do we defeat negative addictions? By focusing on positive addictions, positive habits, if you will. Number 1, that can truly only happen through grace. Okay, it began to happen in my life when I was reading the Bible. I was reading the Bible. I was meditating on Scripture, and those were my thoughts. I wanted to find my purpose. What is God's will for my life? So I recognize that grace is my foundation. The reason why I stand here before you is because of grace. The reason why I share these philosophies, the reason why I have this on this board is because of grace, my friend. Okay? Desire. A splinter of hope. Just a little bit of, man, it's possible. You know what? If so-and-so can be doing as good as he is, if so-and-so can be conquering, you know, I believe I can. I believe I can do it also. A little splinter of hope, my friend. I'm going to get back to addictions because this is something very, very, it's psychological. It is subliminal. There's a lot of things going on in your mind. There's a lot of challenges. There's a lot of attention-grabbing things, experiences, voices, if you will. They're out there, right? They're reaching for us. And what are we after? We want positive results. We enter into experiences, we enter into relationships because we want a positive experience. We want a benefit. We want a result from it. We want something out of it. And sometimes we get into stuff and we think that it's the right thing, and we end up finding out that it's not. It becomes sour. We're talking about negative addictions. You know, they seem to start out sometimes really well, like your first time doing something that you've never experienced before, right? You're after a result. You're after a positive. You're after some kind of a high, some kind of an experience. You're after that. And once you release those dolphins or endorphins, once you release those within your body begins to experience something that it likes, and it just keeps going and going, even though it may end up being a negative habit, negative addiction. So another thing that you want to take into consideration, and again, I'm going to keep this video short here. Another thing that you want to take into consideration is that you need to get going now. We don't have next year. We don't have next week. We need to start making decisions now to get better. Because if we don't, we're going to get steamrolled. You know, if we stay there, if we don't move, we are going to get steamrolled. You know what a steamroller is, right? You see those driving over pavement, freshly laid pavement, tar, if you will, asphalt. The steamroller, right? It crushes everything in its path. I mean, everything is completely flat, rocks and all. So, you know, the desire, the splinter of hope can turn into a decision. Hopefully that's basically what we need to be doing anyways, because we live by choices anyway. You and I live by choices anyway. We do. Everything that you do is via a choice. Again, remember we talked about getting a positive result. Why do you get into something? Why are you listening to this video? Why do you read my book? Why do you listen to other audio? Because you're looking for a positive outlook, right? You don't want to be like those staring at the rooftops, at those individuals that are throwing clocks off the top, right? Well, you probably ask, why are they throwing clocks? Most people are watching time fly. Most people are watching time fly, my friend. I hope that you're not one of them. And if you are, we can stop it right here, and we can move forward. Again, it doesn't matter if you have the desire, my friend, and you recognize we still have grace while we're on this planet. When we're gone, when we walk through that final door that only opens one way, then there's no more grace, right? There's no more grace. I'm recommending the Bible. I really am recommending that you read the Bible. Spend time. Make time to read the Bible. So, another video. I'm going to end here, but we live by daily choices, my friend. Okay? It's possible. Through life hacks. Through forced learning. Sometimes that's what it takes. Forced learning. Why? Because we've been doing those negative addictions for so long. They become habit. They become lifestyle. So what do we got to do, right? That train's a rolling. That chain's a rolling, right? In a car, we have a timing belt. And sometimes those timing belts, or the older cars, the timing belt has to be changed, because if it's not changed, it stops and it creates blockage. And next thing you know, your car's not going to operate. You won't go forward. Once you change that belt and you're moving in a different direction, then your machine, you're going to be able to achieve your goals. You see what I'm talking about? And this is the mindset that we have to have. In the process, we're going to fall down. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to get hurt. You're going to miss the bullseye. You are going to miss the bullseye, my friend. It's just par for the course. It's going to happen. Accept it. Get up from that spot that you fell down. Pick yourself up quickly and go forward. Dust yourself off. Forgive yourself. Love yourself. You know, do whatever it is that you need to do. I know I'm getting a little bit ahead of the game here. Life hacks. What are life hacks, right? Life hacks are what you use with exercises so that you can get the results you want, my friend. I don't know what kind of results you want, but I want more results. And there's a lot more to this process. There's a lot more. I'm going to try to get into this here. You must start today. if you keep putting this off, it's just going to get more difficult, and it's going to get more difficult, more challenging. And who knows, maybe someday you might end up regretting having to carry the load of regret and the pain of not doing something that you could have done. Now you're bearing the weight of regret, and you're dealing with more pain because you didn't want to take a risk up front to change, to get yourself a vision, to relabel yourself. Because in all honesty, you can have all of these things, grace, desire, you can make a decision, but obviously you're going to have to write your decision out. Let's get into that in the next video. I'll see you at the top on the inside, my friend. Peace through strength.